In a tragic turn of events, a 19-year-old polytechnic student, Wong Leong Jun, passed away on July 6, 2020, following a severe seizure he experienced at home 3 months prior. Wong's parents, both 54, have filed a lawsuit against Changi General Hospital, CGH, seeking 900,000 Singapore dollars in damages for what they allege was negligence on the part of the hospital. This development, reported by Shinmin Daily News on July 18, 2024, has raised significant questions about the medical care Wong received and the decisions made during his treatment. According to court documents reviewed by Shinmin, the incident began on March 29, 2020, around noon when Wong suffered a severe seizure and collapsed at home. His parents, alarmed by the sudden and violent episode, rushed him to CGH for emergency care. At the hospital, Wong, who had always been in good health according to his family, was unable to speak clearly. He could only nod or shake his head to respond to basic yes or no questions, a condition that deeply concerned his family. A doctor at CGH allegedly reassured them that this was a normal post-seizure condition. However, Wong's condition did not improve in the following days. He continued to experience multiple seizures, and his ability to speak remained impaired. This ongoing distress led the family to consult specialists at the hospital. The specialists conducted various tests, including an electroencephalogram, EEG, a magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, scan, and a lumbar puncture. Despite these measures, Wong's seizures persisted, and he continued to struggle with speech. The hospital also prescribed medication to manage his seizures. On April 3, a week after Wong was hospitalized, CGH doctors suspected that he might be suffering from autoimmune encephalitis, a serious condition that requires prompt treatment. The doctors recommended that Wong undergo plasmapheresis, a procedure that filters the blood to remove harmful antibodies, as soon as possible. They also suggested placing Wong in a medically induced coma to prevent further seizures, which could potentially cause brain damage. Wong was placed in a medically induced coma on April 3 and 4. As the situation became more urgent, CGH informed Wong's parents on April 6 that he needed to be transferred to Singapore General Hospital, SGH, for continuous EEG monitoring. Wong's father claimed that CGH assured him plasmapheresis would be performed before the transfer. Believing this was a matter of life and death, he signed the consent form. However, Wong was transferred to SGH on April 7 without having undergone the plasmapheresis at CGH. SGH, reportedly not informed in detail about Wong's condition, performed the plasmapheresis on April 7, but Wong's condition did not improve. Tragically, he passed away in SGH on July 6, 2020. Wong's parents assert that CGH's failure to provide timely treatment and accurate medical advice, along with their incorrect diagnosis, contributed to their son's death. They believe that if CGH had performed the plasmapheresis before transferring Wong to SGH, his life might have been saved. In response, CGH has refuted the allegations, denying any negligence. The hospital argued that young male patients often exhibit atypical symptoms, complicating the diagnosis. CGH claimed they confirmed the diagnosis of autoimmune encephalitis only after receiving the test results on April 8. They also contended that the decision to transfer Wong before performing plasmapheresis was based on the transfer timing and logistical considerations. CGH stated that the transfer was scheduled for April 6, and given the 6-hour duration of the plasmapheresis procedure and the necessary post-procedure observation period, they decided to transfer him first. CGH also addressed the communication issue, asserting that before transferring Wong to SGH at around 5:45 p.m. on April 6, a CGH doctor had called an SGH doctor to ensure a proper handover. Despite these explanations, Wong's parents remain convinced that the hospital's actions were insufficient and have filed a lawsuit seeking justice for their son's untimely death. The case is currently in its early stages in the high courts, with both parties presenting their arguments. This tragic incident has highlighted the critical importance of timely and accurate medical intervention and the devastating consequences that can arise when there are perceived lapses in care. Please share your thoughts on this case in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, 2230, for more detailed news coverage and updates.